It was the 27th of August, 1895, and on this day 21 clubs had arrived in the northern English Yorkshire town of Huddersfield. They trudged to the George Hotel that is located next to this Dwellings train station, with melancholy present in the Stygian sediment of their stomachs. The George Hotel, which protrudes out of the paving stone like a monolithic grey granite block, distinct with its Italian facade. This was the structure that was going to house the gathering about the fork in the road that was on the horizon of their future. This bifurcation created by the Rugby Football Union's policy of switching the burden of proof, making these rugby participants from the north having to prove that they were innocent, rather than them having to prove that they were guilty of any claims of heresy that were pointed in their direction. These clubs took a path, and this action initiated the 100-year Rugby War. Rugby Union, the sport that rugby league evolved from, operated through a system of simulacrums. The most prominent one of these was their position on amateurism. That worked by the Rugby Football Union pretending that they were amateur and the government pretending to believe them. The northern working class folks that made the new sport governing body the Rugby Football League had to unravel this Gordian knot of sophistry that was presented to them. How did they get to this point? How were they going to deal with it? Rarely, if ever, has this crusade been explained as two political entities, with a rugby union and its claimed objective of equality of outcome on one side, and countering this, rugby league and its targeted aim of equality of opportunity. This book aims to right that wrong by, rather than just telling the chronicle of rugby's history as two pastimes, it will elucidate the story with a political lens, explaining the differences between negative liberty and positive liberty, and how one cannot be achieved without discrimination. It will shed light upon equality of outcome versus equality of opportunity, and how both cannot be achieved at the same time. From the old football games of the English Tudor period until its metamorphosis in the Victorian times, where they came organised and structured. From this point until the present day, where such acts of Parliament as the Sports Discrimination Bill of 1994 made the environment of these pastimes a lot more of an open affair. The history of the 100-year Rugby War does not only explain the history of these two sports, but also the history of English class interaction that can still be felt today.